Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. I am Adina, and you guys are now Beyond the Veil with me. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy Day of Venus to all of you. I hope that you all are blessed, no stress, and all of the good things in between. If you are new around these parts, I am your resident hostess with the mostest, but also your resident medium, oracle, wise woman, woo lady, prophetess, priestess, and all those good things. And I do divinations and readings on this channel. So if that's not your thing, I invite you to leave in peace. And if that is your type of thing, then I invite you to make yourself comfortable. And to all of my regulars, my busted babies, my bush watchers, my return viewers and OG subscribers, and all of those things. Happy Friday the 13th and happy Day of Venus to all of you. Hello, my beautiful mod Sissy and the beautiful Jasmine. How's everybody doing? Please let me know as you enter the live. Is everybody good? Everybody feeling okay? You're good, Jazz? That's great. Happy to hear it. What about you, Sissy, and anyone else who is joining the chat, joining the live? This is a Let's Chat session here on Beyond the Veil. YouTube, are you guys still playing with me? You guys were doing good the other day, but now it feels like you're back on that thing again. I don't know what's going on down at the headquarters, but do you guys know, speaking of Let's Chat, do you guys know that someone, or I guess somehow there was an attempt of a strike on my platform for my Hillary reading? I see you now, sissy. I see you. Yes, there was an attempted strike. A strike? Yes. They said this is a warning. I appealed it and they removed the strike and the warning. But I said, a strike? And you know what it was for on my Hillary video? They tried to say that I had nudity. I said, in the nude, I said, surely YouTube, you guys have seen me in all sorts of robes and brasiers for the past several years that I've been on this platform. And ain't nothing changed. I didn't get naked. I would never. Ain't nobody pay that kind. I ain't got a membership set up for that. I would never. They removed it, but I said not a strike on the Hillary video. As soon as I get back into the algorithm, somebody trying to strike me out. I said, oh, you tricky devil, you. Hey, Unicali woman. I haven't seen you in a while. Maybe I have. So anyways, it's Friday the 13th, and guess who's playing Jason? All right. It's Friday, and it's a Let's Chat day, so I'll let you guys sound off in the comments about what you would like me to read about, and if you guys are good, then I'll just go and do a members live. I all the rest of the week, I utilize the time to read on things that I want to read on or feel necessary to. And on Fridays, I feel like I'll let my community tell me what's on their mind. Can we check on Nicki? Listen, sissy, every time I do a Let's Chat, we cannot read Nicki Minaj every day. I thought so, Callie. I thought so. Y'all want some? I went to Auntie Annie's and got these little pretzel, the little cinnamon sugar pretzel nuggets. Mm. Yes, y'all have to get the one that I bit off of. Yes, I'm safe. I swear I ain't did nothing in 2 years. Not even a peck. Not even a text. Hmm. Okay. All right. Don't say I ain't never offer y'all nothing, because I don't always offer my food. I'm a tourist ascendant. That means I love y'all. Could it be that I'm lost, getting soft, or just falling in love? Am I falling in love? Oh no. How old y'all is? What y'all want? What y'all know about that? Who in the chat knows where that came from? I ain't gonna make it a melody, but could it be that I'm lost, getting soft, or just falling in love? Am I falling in love? Oh no. Put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat and you might get a gift. I don't know what it is, but the crown of success is coming up. Put it in the chat and I'll put you in the crown of success for free. Could it be that I'm lost, getting soft, or just falling in love? Am I falling in love? Oh no. You want to be in the crown of success? Where is that from? Y'all jittybugs? No! Y'all jittybugs. Love is a lie. No. What even is that? No, sorry. Al Parcel. No, no, no. Sorry, Al. Nope. One more time, and you guys have 1 minute after I finish to put it in the chat, and then it'll just expire, and I'll tell y'all. The spinners. Listen, I'm a jittybug compared to the spinners. Who? No, no, sissy. Damn. I'm an 80s baby, not a 70s baby or a 60s baby. Could it be that I'm lost, getting soft, or just falling in love? Am I falling in love? Oh no. It's 7:50. You got till 8:50. I mean, you don't want to cheat? How noble of you, because I was just in my mind thinking, I'm surprised ain't nobody cheat. I'm giving away a crown of success. Do you guys know how much the crown of success costs regular price? I actually don't know, but I think it's like 254. We're doing a group ceremony on the spring equinox on the 20th, and I'm trying to give y'all a free spot. Sissy cheated and won. Hey. Sissy cheated and won. Yeah, listen, I never said y'all couldn't cheat. So, Sissy, you did the right thing. I could tell you a student. I could tell you in college. You should have did that before you said the goddamn spinners because I almost disqualified you. Yes, that's a trick, Daddy. Listen, how did nobody in the chat? It was at that point 30 people in here, so it said. Not no more. They done left. All the bots left. But yes, could it be that I'm lost, getting soft, or just falling in love? Am I falling in love? Oh no. What? Yes, Trick Daddy. Come on now. The spinners. Y'all know I'm a whole thug, nigga. Sissy, I have to make sure I write you in my Lamb's Book of Life. All right. So you say you want to talk about Nicki Minaj. It's a let's chat, so I won't turn anyone away on a Friday let's chat. But besides Nicki Minaj, somebody let me know what y'all want me to read on. Come on now. Y'all, I'm giving y'all free reign of these good eyes. We could see anything if you wanted to. We can go anywhere, any place. We can astral travel anywhere. All you have to do is take my hand and lead the way. You lead the way. It's the day of Venus, so I'm submissive on Let's Chat Fridays. So that means y'all gotta lead me. Y'all gotta lead me. I gotta be soft. Y'all got to lead me. Thank you, Whitney. I don't really need to look very much further. That just came up in my spirit. Zendaya being married. She's married. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. You mean the toe sucker? I don't want to read her. I don't want to read her because her spirit and her soul will have the stench of Blanco toe jam on it. And I don't want to communicate with that. So I will not be doing Selena. Okay. Taylor and that man, you heard the wedding off. I didn't know it was a wedding on. What a surprise. Hello in New Zealand. What y'all got to eat out there good? What y'all eat good in New Zealand? Where y'all from? Everybody in the chat, where y'all from? Can I read on Clarissa Shields? You trying to get me beat up, ain't it? Yep, I knew that. Sure, I sure. Where is everybody from that I don't know? So I could decide what kind of food I wanna ask y'all about. Where y'all from? And what's good where y'all from? What's y'all native favorite food? Ariana Grande. It's too early for this heat. You come from France. Bonsoir. Michael B. Jordan, the Woo Man. All right, let me read Nicki Minaj and y'all keep them coming. Have we ever did him? No. Okay, see? Okay, see? What y'all be eating out there in Oklahoma? I, my aunt lived in Oklahoma. She lived in Tulsa when she was in college getting her master's. And then she had a nervous breakdown and was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and then moved back home. So that's all I know about Oklahoma is fries and favorite food is the potato out there. So y'all got good loaded fries, huh? Good fries, huh? Okay. All right. Zimbabwe. Hello, cousin. What y'all eating out there in Zimbabwe? All right, Nicki Minaj. Sissy asked because Sissy's a barb, and anytime I'll let y'all take the reins, she gonna drive it straight to Gag City. So, burgers and pizza. I had a burger last night. I was craving beef. Okay, Kobe. You ask and you shall receive. Timothy Chalamet. Oh, that's mean. All right. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this Friday. Thank you for this day of Venus. Thank you for YouTube for being such a good platform. They're a good boyfriend. YouTube don't want you to go. You know, when they F up, they'll say, baby, please, what can I do to make it right? And I'm a woman who's mature about things, so I always allow you to make it right. And I appreciate the relationship we have. I even appreciate these trolls in the chat boosting up my engagement, I suppose, or taking it down. Either way it goes. Spirit, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Onika Tanya Mirage Petty. I don't see JD in here, but last time I left that Petty off, she sure checked me about it. All right. Spirit, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Onika Tanya Mirage Petty, aka Nicki Minaj. I have woo to do tonight, so I can't be fool-la-la with y'all too long. Onika Tanya Mirage Petty. Shout out to the Pisces. Yesterday was one of my sister's birthday, and tomorrow is the other's birthday. So shout out to the Pisces out there. Nicki Minaj, what's currently going on in your life and in your world? Nicki Minaj, speak to me from your spirit and your soul's perspective, keeping absolutely nothing hidden from me, my dear. Nicki Minaj, since coming out as pro-Trump, you had a lot going on, but right now the dust has settled and you seem to be coasting. In fact, I believe the Breakfast Club or somebody that is usually impartial to you was partial to you in the media. So, Spirit, Nicki Minaj, from your soul and your spirit's perspective, talk to me about what life has going on for you right now and keep absolutely nothing hidden from me. Not even that you would like to hide from yourself. Two of Cups in reverse. I would hope this isn't her husband and her not seeing eye to eye. I wouldn't think of anyone else that she's this intimately close with. And I think the last time I read her, or maybe a time before the last time I mentioned that things between them might have been weird. I think the last time I read her, maybe her husband was in her hopes and fears. In my opinion, just based on the past couple of times I've read her, I don't think that like a happy home life has come up specifically, and it doesn't have to. But I think I've mentioned things about her husband before, just in passing, like just in passing. But here, 50 Cent can swoop in. See, I think we've talked about this before because you said that before. And then we start talking about Nas and all the other people. So, yes, I did mention this before. Hey, Miss Poetic. Sadza is your staple food in Zimbabwe. Who's my role model? Of course, I'll answer that. Me. My potential, my unmet, unfulfilled potential is my role model. Always has been. When I was a little girl and they used to ask, I would sit there and think, oh dear, there's so many people that I admire, but who do I look up to? Always the version of myself that I saw as a vision of myself in the future. All right, so again, we're back at this conversation again because Sissy, I believe you said that the last time we talked about this. I don't think her and Kenny are seeing eye to eye. And you know what? I think it has to do with, for one, Nicki Minaj just had an experience of finding out about a whole slew of people who she couldn't trust. I don't remember if I mentioned him being one of those people. I think I did mention him and her money, but I don't think I mentioned that he was stealing it. I do think I saw that he was enjoying it, but as he should. Nevertheless, Nikki's newfound, I won't even say her MAGA support, I will say her newfound power. It's one thing for her to be powerful in the urban community because that's what she needed him for. She needed him for protection in the urban community where she, at that moment, was the reigning queen. But over here, Trump is the daddy. We went through this. I joked about it. I talked about him. Nikki. I'll hit it. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about him sending Mrs. out, which was Erica Kirk, to see what the nigga girl had to say. And when Erica came back and said, yeah, she sure is got some good information, that nigga girl. Yeah, so listen, Kenneth can't be Big Daddy. He's almost not needed right now because every time somebody comes for Nicki Minaj, you know who comes to the rescue? Trump. Before Kenny can raise his blood thug finger, Trump is down on the main line. Trump said, man, sit down, sit down. Bruh, sit down. You out your league, bruh. You out your league, my boy. It's my bitch now. Every time Kenny want to step for his wife, Trump done already stepped. He's 10 steps ahead. Every time Kenneth feels like he wants to come and show some valor, Trump like, sit down. Sit down, Mighty Mike. Sit down before I sit you down. Okay. Now, I joke about Trump and Nikki's relationship being intimate. I kid. Because I just don't think the Great White Hope shows up on his Great White Hope for nothing, not even for just tea. Nikki fine. I absolutely think that Trump done hit quite a few big booty bitches. And he might have, oh, she done, look what done showed up to my door in need. Talking about Trump, I'm in a bind. Don, I'm in a bind. Don't even call me Trump, baby. Call me Don. Call me Daddy Don. Okay? You in a bind? Say less. I got that. JC, no problem. He owe you 200? No problem. I got that. What else you need? Ain't tricking if you got it. Daddy Don. Don the Don. Yes, God. Now, rather, that is really the scenario, but to be honest, naturally, based on their newfound relationship and the protection that he brings, sure. That would definitely make a husband who was made a husband for the protection feel away, because now what you need it for. Trump got more money than you. He the president. He got everybody in the world. He bombing innocent people right now and blaming it on them. Listen, Kenny, whatever blood gang you thought you was on, y'all bloods ain't got nothing on Lady Liberty. Oh, Lady Liberty. She the one that got you sat down the first time, Kenny. So Trump said, this is my bitch now. My day is Tuesday and Thursday and Friday, and your day is Thursday. Yes, Trump said you can have Thursday, but the rest of them. Trump said, man, shut up, Kenny. Where Junior at? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Y'all know how Russell did Sierra, saved her from Future, and now he raising Lil Future to be a football player instead of a rapper. Y'all better watch out for Papa Bear president. Okay, mark my words. Y'all heard it here first. Papa Bear for president. It's coming to a United States near you in the future. Y'all give him a little bit. Trump in the White House bouncing him on his knee and everything. Yes. Now this red button is a bomb. Wanna press it? Okay, press it. Papa Bear a Libra too, like me. He gonna be a president then. I'm talking about 10 the Oval Office up. 10, they good pictures off the wall. Spilling juice everywhere. He got the Lord, he tearing that Oval Office up, boy, and I'm here for it. Tear it up, Papa Bear. Tear it all the way up. Challenging. Ace of Swords. He can't compete where he can't compare. Kenny? Currently, I think Nicki Minaj is dealing with a Kenny problem because he can't compete where he can't compare. Now, this could be Papa Bear. But, no, this is the Great White Hope. The Great White Hope coming in with their administrative. And it's an ace because the aces are potential. So the challenge is whatever she needs. See, I was just playing, but I really wasn't. That's how psychic I am. I be playing, but I don't. I just make it funny. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. This. All those tears she crying, I got it. I think Kenny's feeling a little, because at this point, Kenny, all you can do is drive Papa Bear to daycare and VPK and pick him up. Child. In the past, Nicki went crying to Trump for help, pleading, help, 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 help. It's a fire. It's a fire in my life. So that's what brought them to Trump saying, hello, it's Daddy Don Don on the line. What you need? And now you got her husband like, well I thought I was your bodyguard. Trump said, you're the nanny. Nicki, at what cost? At what cost? Either up front or on the back end. If you ain't paid no cost yet, you gonna pay it. I just want to know what the cost is. Near future. And Kenny is an Aries. Can't compete where you can't compare, Kenny, but he gonna try. This makes me feel sad because this was him before. The apple of her eye, because he protected and defended her from all of her ops. Now, you almost are an op. If your ego is in the way, then she might be looking at you like, so now you my op too? You mad too? And Nicki, it's a man. You married him for protection. So it's your responsibility to create boundaries with Trump and still make space for your husband to do his husbandly duties. You have to. If you got two niggas, then you got to know how to make sure, especially if your side nigga is more powerfuler, richer and powerfuler than your husband, then you got to hide the gifts. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring the gifts home. Put them in a safe somewhere in a storage. Put them at your mama's house. You got to still act clueless around the house. You got to still call him like, how do you do that? But not just that, because he used to protecting you from big shit. So what you do, Nicki, is you call some of your homeboys that he don't know about, and you pay them to harass you. And then you come to your man, and you tell him that you being harassed. And you say, these the niggas right here. And you let him handle it. But you got to be careful with that, because since he been feeling a little bit emasculated, he may go all the way out to prove a point. So I don't know. What do you do with the man's ego when it's been inflated because your competition is the president? Okay, Olivia and Fitz. Girl. Not Kenneth, it's Millie. Kenny, you got to watch Scandal so you can see how Millie moved, because she was a bad bitch. Millie ain't just let Olivia run true to and have her way now. Millie ain't go nowhere. Not even when Fitz wanted her to. And no matter what, he needed her. So, Kenny, you got to find out how to get your Millie wop on. I'm just saying, that's how you do it. Because crowning Nicki Minaj is all of her ops falling by the wayside because of Trump and his administration and allies. Nicki Minaj, what do you have to put out to get put on? Because the Knight of Cups, honey, he comes charming. He's a flirt too, but he's more charming. If it was just plainly sexual, then it would be the Knight of Wands. And I would say, no, he knocked Nicki Minaj all the way off. In Air Force One. I'm trying, sissy, but she don't watch the channel, so she can't get the tea. But child. Anyways. This is charming though. So I think Trump is really charming with her. I don't even think it's strictly business. I think he's very charming and, makes her feel very comfortable and all of that stuff, accommodating. This is what I want to clarify though, because this is going to tell me what he wants from you, either in the future or in the past, present, future. Nikki, I think your happy home is not so happy. You might be happy now, but I think somebody ain't. At least one of these two people ain't happy, and I think you are because you finally experiencing some relief. Now, Kenny, you got to also check your ego because you ain't been able to protect your wife like you think you have. Otherwise, she wouldn't have felt the need to go call into Trump or any governor. So you did the best that you could, but your wife is a powerful woman and she got powerful ops. And you knew that coming into it. She might not have been I don't know. You knew who she was and you knew what this was. So you can't feel away either because she need help that you couldn't provide, you or the swoops. So let somebody help your wife so that you guys can have more peace in your home. And if you love her, you want her to be at peace. You don't want her to be fighting for her life and you fighting for your life and you got to walk light because they threatening you with, charges and allegations and stuff. So no, no, no. Both of y'all was in a bind, Nate. So you got to let Daddy Don come through and step and you just got to turn the other way. Us women do it, when we ain't got no other choice, when the man holds all the cards and we not in a position to assert ourselves and step how we need to, sometimes we just got to walk light until we can walk right. So you got to figure out what your walk right look like, but until then, walk light. The Hermit, external to Nicki Minaj. I don't think this is Beyonce. I'm not sure who this is. This is a Virgo card, but it doesn't have to be a Virgo. It honestly makes me feel like somebody is hanging something over someone's head. Now, this could be the Trump administration due to whatever they acquired from Nicki Minaj having her in their grasp now because she belongs to them now. But based on what she's told them, they can hang things over people's head. So you notice how Jay-Z had to settle, or Rock Live Nation had to settle recently with the Department of Justice. And remember, I read Jay-Z and said he had a case going on right now. And I was like, I couldn't figure out what it was, but that's what it was. So it's not like Trump is actually taking people down. But like I said, when he won, I said it was a get down or lay down situation. So based on what we have, we can take you down or you can meet our demands. I think this administration is able to do that with quite a few people in the industry due to whatever Nicki Minaj has divulged. So not necessarily a takedown, but a shakedown by the DOJ, in my opinion. Because of what they know, they can hang over your head and use it. Nobody settles if they feel like they can beat a case. Real uncomfortable, Darla. Hopes and fears for Nicki Minaj. Now, Nicki Minaj, the Trump administration, this is a bed that she got in, but I don't think she's comfortable in. I said before, after that Erica Kirk, I don't believe when I read her. I didn't believe because of the Page of Cups in reverse in her challenging position. I didn't believe that she wholeheartedly believed everything that she was saying and attesting to. So her hopes and fears, the hope is the bed that she got into with these people. Her fears, though, is the bed that she got into with these people. Because now you're stuck with them. You can never change. If you decided to change your stance with Trump and his administration, you will be ridiculed, and there will be nothing you can say. And the other side will definitely not accept you. So you got to stay there for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to be honest, I don't think you agree with the war. But I think you don't agree with a lot of things that you've had to stand next to. Outcome, though, Nicki, he asked for a cup. Now, before I say something, Nicki Minaj, I'm scared to clarify this Nine of Cups in reverse, but what's that for your outcome? She should have called me. I just always thought, like, self-sovereignty seems to be, or being a queen seems to be ideal until a queen has to ride or die. Because some queens have had to ride with their knights and their army, and they've had to die in honor, or they've had to fight for their victory. I'm of the belief, I'm one of the people who feel like I'm just going to fight and I'm going to depend on all of the resources that I have, which I believe are more powerful than the ones standing in front of me. So I'm not typically too scared of anything, not too scared to fight back. I won't start it. And so I always stand on justice. Whatever I do is justified if it was done to me. And I'm a woo lady. And so I haven't been defeated in a battle that someone has started with me yet. And I'll be 39 this year. So there are certain principles that when you know the science, because it is very real, it's like science and math. When you know, you know. And when you apply the right formulas, you can get the right results. And I just feel like I would have leaned on my blackness, my roots. And that's just because I'm a woo lady. And that's how I handle battles. But I wouldn't have went to them. But that's just my opinion. All right, Nine of Cups in reverse. This is Nicki Minaj, Big Temperance, but it's behind the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this means that she gets to remain Nicki Minaj without anybody completely knocking her off. Or is that Jay-Z? No. Because of her association, but that association is temporary. It really won't matter after a while. Trump has brought the U.S. into a war that they started with Iran alongside Israel. Iran is saying we don't even want to bother the innocent citizens. Trump is saying people can die over here. So it sounds to me like the threat is coming from inside the house. And the problem is that Nicki Minaj is stuck with them. The trade-off was her getting to stand upright. But there will be consequences for that. This is what I used to pull for Beyonce. And now it's in reverse. So Beyonce is now seeing permanent, tangible consequences for holding Jay-Z down, who's also a Sagittarius. Nicki Minaj, another Sagittarius. It's going to, not just yet, but eventually. This here tells me it's just a matter of time before she sees the flip side of this alliance. This is Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Hermit, number 9. 999, a very selfish act indeed. Not saying like the bad form of selfishness, but this act only served you for the situation that you were in. After that, now that you are no longer up against such heavy opposition, this situation with Trump will not serve you anymore. Any more than him being a president. Any more than you having tangible enemies. Now, if all your enemies decide, you know what, let's leave her alone, which one by one they kind of will, not for real, but kind of will because they can't do too much. Now, your life is peaceful, but you got to deal with the fact that nobody likes you because of this alliance. And your hopes and fears tells me that you don't even wholeheartedly agree with this alliance that you've made, but you're stuck in it now. So the wish fulfilled, not being everything it cracked up to be. A temporary situation. Everybody, storms pass, even when they look like tornadoes, even when they look like hurricanes. They pass. And you've endured since your first hate train in 2018? If you really believed in the faith and spirituality that you said you did, you would have believed that you were the one that was righteous. And even if they bruise your heel, you will bruise its head. You know Jay-Z gonna go through it. Well, and I get it. Jay-Z is holding out. He's holding out. And it looked like he was gonna take you down. So I get it. I get it. What I'm saying is, because of her coming out as MAGA, when all of her enemies are gone, when all of her troubles are gone, she's still going to be remembered for aligning with Trump. Once her storm passes, she's going to be looked at as the Nicki Minaj who ran to Trump. The same treatment she's getting now, she'll get after it's all said and done, just because she decided to align with MAGA. People will never forget that. The people who care that much to never forget it, that she will always have that stain. And I say that because Trump is not done doing the things. Her problem isn't necessarily other people. It's her own 9, just herself, her own choices, and how she personally feels about what's happening and what's still to come. She won't agree with it. She doesn't agree with it now. But imagine her coming out and saying, I don't agree with the Trump administration and their participation in this war. She will get dragged by her pink panties. People will say, just like they say to the people who voted for Trump. People don't let you slide if you voted for Trump and they know it. What you got to say now? So even if she were to say, even if he did something, even if they blatantly did something on their own soil and everybody's just up, nobody would allow Nicki Minaj to stand with them. They'd be like, go stand over there. Remember? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, that's what Nicki Minaj has going on. Let me look into this Two of Cups in reverse because we started out, look, with her husband. All right, Kenny. Nicki, you know what? After reading you for so long and then after seeing you in the public, I think I can sum you up as saying you have righteous intentions, but bad judgment. That's it. Very righteous intentions, but bad judgment. That's it. That's all. Because how do you always end up partnering with like the wrong side? You partner with Jay-Z in a deal that went left. You partner with Safari, girl, and Meek Mill. First of all, Nicki, we could tell. I knew then that you made your discernment works on the right side, but not the left side. I'm telling you, Miss Poetic. Nah, remember that one time you said you was maggots? I ain't forget. Yeah. She ain't gonna learn. She ain't gonna learn. Why? Because she has righteous intentions. And she always feels righteous. Sagittarius, that's the Jupiter card. That is a very righteous sign. It even rules the judicial system. So judges fall under the rulership of Sagittarius. Righteous intentions, but think about it in the terms of its symbology. It's the archer. Now, the Sagittarius isn't necessarily the archer, it's actually the bow and arrow. So once they're shot off in the air, they just shoot in a direction. If they were to stop and take a moment to think or perceive, then they will fall flat on the ground. So the intention is where she shoots off at. Okay, I see a cause, let's shoot. But she's just an arrow flying through the sky, seeing that one intention. What if you miss some things in between? What if some things change? You ain't going to be able to see it until you get there. And by then, it might be too late because you're just the arrows. You're just the arrows flying through the sky. This was in her past position, running to Trump. All she saw was, I'm in trouble at this end. There's help at that end. But these wands have life on them. So this mission is going to create things. It's going to stir up other things. And so that's her flying through the air, going from point A to point B. But what's going on the ground? You got to pay attention because by the time you took off on this mission, it might have been clear blue skies and nothing on the other side but help. But what if you get to the other side and your help is in a war? Now, you ain't got time to stop. You can't go back. If you stop, you're going to fall. What if by the time you get to your destination, the destination is changed? That is the problem sometimes with Sagittarius is righteous cause, but they just shoot off. And humans can't be arrows. Humans have to allow space for other people to interfere with that outcome, time, nature, all kinds of things. So you got to keep your feet on the ground. You got to walk instead of fly to your destination. All right, I was supposed to be looking at the husband, the Two of Cups in reverse, I mean. Well, at this point, it feels like they are together because of the baby. The baby has a really good relationship with his dad, and the dad really has a good relationship with his son. He's a nanny. I'm not going to call that man a nanny. He's a dad. He seems to be a full-time father, and that seems to be the dynamic that they have right now. But Nicki, it's almost like she goes on about her business. She takes her phone calls. She takes her meetings, and he can't be involved with these. The old business he could be involved in, not this business, because she's on the phone with politicians and people like that. And he can't be in those conversations. I feel like at this point, he is the live-in nanny, to be honest. Like the house husband. He juggles things at the house so that Nicki can focus on the things going on in her life that are more pressing. And again, both of these cards say the marriage is over. This is actually a divorce card. So if they got a divorce, I wouldn't be surprised. But they're at a stage at this point where it could happen. And I feel like Nicki might be like, well, because you know how some people start, feeling, not saying acting different on purpose, but once they're in a more peaceful situation and they got a man that's got wealth and all the power in the world behind them, it's almost like, okay, you can go. Like, if you're not adding to my situation, you're taking away from it. And he's like, bitch, your situation just changed last week. It's almost like that. And sometimes you can naturally get like that when you're no longer in survival mode. When you get a chance to relax, yes, you almost naturally just be like, anything that disturbs what I got going on right now, it can go, including you. So that's what's going on with Nicki Minaj right now, sissy. I don't think the divorce wasn't in their future or outcome, but people don't have to be divorced for their relationship to be over. You want Nicki with 50, sissy? You really do. You really do. I believe that wholeheartedly. And to be honest, I can see that. You're welcome. All right, what you guys got next? I done worked up a small appetite. Let me bite one of these Cinnabons while y'all tell me what to do next. Leave me. I'm Nicki and y'all is my chump, my Daddy Don Don. Leave me. Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. I thought that was Zendaya's boyfriend. Husband. What's her husband name? It's not Timothy Chalamet. Tom Holland. Thank you. Now where did y'all saying T.I. allegedly has a baby on the way according to a blind item? If they blind, how they know that? Comments he made when Michael B. He don't want no smoke with Michael B. Jordan. That's the woo man. They don't want no smoke with Michael B. Jordan. He a whole woo man out here. They gonna fuck around and find out. Okay, so Timothy is with Kylie and Tom is with Cindy. Okay, girl, child. Okay. Same. Tomato. I'm just kidding. Obviously, one is French and the other one is from Holland. Duh. He made some comments. Wasn't it about like the opera or the ballet? If I'm going to read on a Jenner or a Kardashian, let's talk about how I told y'all Ray J had a Kris Jenner problem the last time I read him just a couple of weeks ago. Didn't I tell y'all that King of Pentacles in his external energy was a Kris Jenner problem? And what his mama just came out saying. And then American Express, after Miss Sonia came out and blasted Kris Jenner for releasing that tapes, you know what Kris Jenner did? She called her good Judy's down to the American Express. And all of a sudden on the blogs, Ray J is being hit with a $78,000 tax bill. First of all, it's American Express. I know people in my life that probably owe more than that to American Express. So how did that get on the blogs? How would anybody know that? So like I said, a Kris Jenner problem. The Genters, I don't know. But if Timothy Chalamet is making comments, it's just to draw attention away from what's going on with Sonia Norwood. So him coming out making comments that he knows is going to get attention and everybody in an uproar, then we're not paying attention to Sonia Norwood or the Jenners and what's being said over there. So no, you know they put their men on the payroll. Come on now. Come on now. That man wouldn't have made no comments that could have publicly been offensive with Kris as the manager over there. She run a tight ship. Matthew Knowles just told y'all that celebrities plant stories to distract y'all. And I like how they use Matthew Knowles to do the all consent trick with you guys, this consent magical trick with you guys, because when you start noticing karma is coming for you from every angle, then you start having to offload your karmic debt. Some people donate to charity. Some people clean up one or two of their bad habits or vices. But magicians, the wise folk, they offload it to you and your consent for them to do whatever they're doing, even to you, by telling you, we run Jedi mind tricks on the public. We plant stories in the public. And then they say to distract. Okay, so then when something unfavorable to them comes out, and then they run a story, and then everybody praises it, then they have no karmic debt for that. That is consent. Both parties were aware that one party couldn't be trusted, but you still trusted them. So the joke's on you. That's how the elite actually get out of their karma and put it on you. Yep. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome. Boom. I don't even think y'all know what a gem that is, but if once you see a thing and you stop engaging or even pretending like it ain't a thing or allowing yourself to be lulled out of being aware of the thing, then that is you consciously holding the thing accountable. Even if it's just you, the thing will have some problems. Now, when more people, when the masses hold a thing accountable, even if it's just consciously, then the thing loses its ability to sustain itself. It will succumb to whatever karmic debt is coming for it to be collected. But if they can tell you or do things in plain view, and then you are none the wiser, or you act like you don't see it, or you just don't care because you'd rather be entertained or rather be a stan or a fan to an idea or a person, then you give it its consent to do whatever it needs to do for it to survive, including through a concert every income tax season. because you all give it. If a thing works, then don't change a thing. So if I tell y'all to run it, because I'm going to put on a show, every income tax, and y'all be like, every income tax, she hit us up, but I'm going to give it to her. Who's wrong? Not her. So that's that with that. What was I supposed to be reading? Y'all said y'all wanted me to read the Shyamalan guy, but I don't need to. Y'all don't have to take anything seriously that he said. They just needed him to do that so that the online conversation won't be focused on Sonia and Ray J, but it could be focused on Timothy Chalamet. The Gumbo, sending folks to the ER. I feel like I thought some people were going to be putting on just so that they can be contrary. But I will look into Miss Tina and see her energy surrounding her gumbo. Okay, well, we don't know what he ate before he ate her gumbo, so anyways, but let's see. Let us see. I don't think she's poisoning people per se. Now, people calling it witch's brew, but if you have ever been to a beautician, a hairstylist, a barber, Marie Laveau was a hairdresser for a reason. I haven't let anyone do my hair in well over a decade. Well over. Or my nails. Because play with somebody else. I don't even let my mama touch my head no more. Because she be acting oppy sometime. I don't know what a person is thinking while they have their hands in my head. Because all of that, all of those electric currents are flowing somewhere through your fingertips into me. No, 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 no. But cooking, um, that's a witch's sport. Doing hair, that's a witch's sport. Doing nails, that's a witch's sport. Transforming a person from one state to another, that's magic. It's just practical magic. Makeup artists, surgeons, it's no different. It's no different. It's absolutely no different. I told you guys, magic is done every day. It's being done right now. The words that you're speaking, the thoughts, some people just aren't conscious. They don't move with intent with every thought, every action. That's the only difference between a skilled magician and a chaos magician. Your auntie or your grandma that cook real, real, real good and everybody in the community love their food and love them just because they can cook, that's magic. Whipping up something in a pot and making people feel a certain way, making them feel love, comfort, making them love you. All right. So let's take a look at Miss Tina and her stew, her witch's stew brew. And it's Friday the 13th. Y'all down there eating it or it's all gone? No, it's okay. I mean, we all are engaging in someone else's magic, someone else's idea. The house that you live in, that was the person's idea in their brain before they drew up the schematics. So we're all living in a shared reality. And every action that we take changes the outcome of somebody else's life or actions that day. So, in a sense, you don't have to be afraid about going to get your hair done and stuff, especially if you're sitting there believing that you're safe. Because your belief that you're safe is probably going to supersede any bad day that the beautician is having, unless they're taking your hair and stuffing it in their shirt so they can take it home. Then you got a problem. You need to call me. But just move with intention. Every thought, every action, every word should have an intention behind it. Tina washed Victoria Monet hair and she been MIA ever since. I would never, listen, all jokes aside, I would never eat from my Coven sisters. I would never let Miss Tina wash my hair or nothing, because think about it. Beyonce has historically been known to wipe out any competition, upcoming or otherwise, especially when people go to comparing people to her. Oh, that's when if y'all love people, don't start comparing them or their talent to Beyonce, because then that's going to send a message to them while Beyonce is still trying to Beyonce. She ain't retired. That y'all might give y'all attention to a cheaper version. Why pay for the high price version when I can get a really, really, really good knockoff? So, no, that's a power strategy to wipe out anybody who y'all even think. Mm-mm. And sometimes it don't even be no harm. And I know they was getting all cozy with her and hanging with her and inviting her to all the things. And I thought, oh, you young dumbass girls. Even those girls who did the country, the Super Bowl, child, all of y'all were legit country artists way before Beyonce decided to Tootsie Roll and Pussy Pop in a hat down to the Super Bowl. And now that she's done doing her country run, y'all girls ain't gonna be able to get not a nan another high accolade, because they gonna punish all of y'all for Beyonce trying to come up in there and take the stuff that they feel like is theirs. So y'all shouldn't have done that either. Y'all let her soul suck y'all's authentic country vibes. Y'all just let her soul suck it all. Just on a platter, y'all gave it to her. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. I said, no, y'all don't even know that y'all. No, girls, no, girls. No, girls, snap out. Don't sing that with her. That's my Coven sister. I don't raise my hand against her, but when I see one of her victims that are innocent, I just be like, because I'm loyal. I'm a Taurus ascendant, but oh, y'all see my muscles? Because I be in the gym. Yeah. Oh, oh, but it look better that way. Okay, but y'all see it. Anyway, it's wait till y'all see my abs coming through. Shabuzi got caught up too. Listen, the only thing Shabuzi needs to get caught up in is shh. I heard he was down there Tootsie rolling with Scissor, and I know that thing ain't hitting. Trust me. Trust me. Shabuzi. Fine as hell. My God is black. Has to be. Gots to be. She don't know what she doing. She yodeling all in his face and stuff. And she seemed like, she seemed like she too wild when she don't know how to ride horses with control. Like she just be wild on the horse. Just wild on the horse. Just thrusting all over the place with no real intent. But that's just what I imagine. Just wild and hair just bouncing all over the place and BBL just bouncing and flapping all. I know she a Scorpio. What that mean? I know some Scorpios where some nigga said it was Natasha. Anyone? Natasha would give it up on the first day on a platter and the nigga still wouldn't spin the block. Because sometimes the freakiness only be in their mind. I know Scorpio is supposed to be freaky deaky. Y'all know Andrew was a Scorpio for the ones that know about Andrew. God rest his soul. And he was a Scorpio and he had the equipment, but that's it. Just equipment that I had to assemble and then do everything else with it. Bitch. Child, so yeah, that's why I just feel like, child, that's the child. Child. They be Scorpios be fine as fuck for nothing. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's just like insidious nasty sometimes. Yeah. Or just horny all the time. That was Natasha. She just, it's like, it wasn't a sex addiction, but it just like was no boundaries. If there was someone who wanted it, it's like the thought of saying no or having a standard wasn't there. If anyone showed interest, then they were going to get it. It didn't matter if you was old, young, poor. I wouldn't say rich because none of those ever came around, but it's like the lawn man, the man who came to do her lawn, that the man that she was messing with down the street. He sent somebody to do her lawn because he couldn't do it. And the lawn man pushed up on her. And later on that night, I was talking to her. She was on her way to the lawn man house. And I was like, girl, I wasn't judging her about the same night. I was judging her because it was the lawn man. That I judged her. Not out loud because she was my friend. But on the other side of the phone, he got his own lawn business. Bitch, he got his own equipment. Every man around here that's used to be in some kind of lifestyle and ain't no more, and the only job they, shout out to the lawn man because we need them, but girl, around here, girl, every man go and buy them a trailer, some equipment, and then say they got a lawn business. Everybody do it. All of them do that. But yeah, that lawn man ain't have all his teeth. Talking about some biceps. He didn't have all his teeth. He was just a country dude, just country from round the way, smiling at me all toothless. I'm not friendly like that. Don't smile at me. You smile at her. You smile at her, because I know what that smile means. And if I smile back, you think we here, and we ain't. Mm-mm. You can't even do my lawn. How about that? There's your home girl over there. No, show ain't. The fucking Grim Reaper. That's what I am. I'm a ghost. You see me? Hey, homegirl. Hey, homegirl. She can't hear? Hell no. Hell no, he can't holler at no motherfucking trick. Who he think he is? Got me smelling like Hennessy and Book and shit. Hell no, I don't want to holler at no Trick Daddy must be in the live. This is the second time I done brought up a Trick Daddy song. No, he can't do my lawn. My lawn man been doing my lawn probably since before I was born. He been in the family since before I was born. And because he got a crush on my mama, he I don't be paying. I don't be paying. So hell no. My lawn man, he gonna do this lawn either until he die or until I leave. And he's still gonna come cut it. Mm-mm. I don't be wanting people to come up to my house. That mean I gotta give a stranger my address. Mm-mm. Lawn man be trying to holler and you give him your address and now he just all right, Tina, with this. I ain't gonna say it's a witch's brew because she might have really just wanted to go up there and serve y'all a good warm spring pot of gumbo to burn your throat. Who does y'all be eating in Louisiana? I thought gumbo was year round because I eat. I'm not a seasonal food person. If I got a taste for it, I'm gonna eat it. I don't care what it feel like. But yeah, I don't even play them games with my weed man, and he been trying for 5 years. He just popped up the other day talking about, "What's up, girlfriend? What's up, employee?" Nah, I pay you to give me that. Ain't none of that. You been playing games. You supposed to be making me breakfast in bed. That's what the weed man said to me. Breakfast in bed, sir. Let me tell you something. I barely even get a chance to eat breakfast. I'm busy. So while you laid it up, waiting on me to make you breakfast, I'm somewhere getting some money on. But since you got time, can you make me some? So y'all don't eat it in the oh, you is in Louisiana, Miss Poetic. When I seen your city come up in there, I meant to say something about it though, because the name just gives bayous and swamps of Louisiana. I didn't even know what that place was, but it's almost my new favorite word. I ain't gonna put it out there because people don't need to know where you live. They can know you stay in Louisiana. But I said, now what? That's sad. I bet they make good gumbo down there. I never even heard of that. That sounds like it's a population of 3,000. Boga Bogalusa. Y'all, she put it out there. It ain't my job to put my client's confidential information out there, but she say she from Bogalusa. Yes, God, it made me think about that movie Lackawanna Blues. And I know Lackawanna is it in New York, upstate New York somewhere? But it sure gave Mississippi somewhere, Louisiana, Bogalusa. Yes, I know y'all eat good out there. I know y'all eat good. I'm talking about Hall Mall good. Talking about recipes still being cooked just like they was generations ago. Ooh, Bogalusa. Yes, that just made me so hungry. Now I want some gumbo, but not Tina's. Yours. I want that gumbo from Bogalusa. Yes, bring that gumbo. Because it sounds like it's a little thick. I don't like it looking all soupy and watery. I need a little thickening to it. That roux, y'all say? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, with some rice. Witches tend to look young. Well, maybe. It's from all the blood. I'm just kidding. Uh, Tina looks young because she has money on. She's a Creole Southern woman. And I could tell by the quality of the material of her skin that it's the money. It's the money. Not saying she'd be ugly. She'd be a very, very, very light lady, probably heavily wrinkled, probably very pretty, but heavily wrinkled. Solange is the strongest and is, just like Rumi, my favorite. All right. Tina knows Solange is the strongest of them all. But she was meant to be so that her sister can be Beyonce. Solange had to be the real one, her protector. Kelly thinks she the protector of Beyonce, but it's Solange. Her skin texture tells it all. Okay, all right, let's look at Miss Tina. All right, most high. Oh, let me cleanse my hands. I don't remember who I read before this. Nicki Minaj. No wonder Spirit said, cleanse your hands. I just read Nicki Minaj. Tina said, don't come in here with that on you. All right. Spirit, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Celestine Bienci. Nose, Lawson, nose. Miss Tina knows. How the hell you go from your husband last name to your next husband last name back to your ex? What happened to Bienci? You don't want that no more? You ain't got no clout on it. I knew it. All right. Child, if I was Matthew. Listen, everybody came for Matthew because he said, what did she do? But I was there. I'm 38 years old. And yes, she was there. But who would she have styled and dressed and stuff if it wasn't for Matthew making Destiny's Child? Who would she have even named if there wasn't a group that Matthew assembled and beat into submission? I ain't shading her. I'm just saying I kind of understood what he meant, because based on him being someone who was there, who quit his sales job first so that he could devote all his time, I'm sure he was thinking, hold on now. What we did ain't the same. Ain't the same. Okay, she dressed them. Who was she going to dress if I didn't make a group? She'd have still been working in her salon. And then I know he was thinking, well, she's still walking around with my name, and she done had an ex-husband and a hate train on me, so don't give her no clout. She get enough. I'm sorry, but if I got rich tomorrow and my ex-husband start going by my last name, I don't know. I might let him, because he ain't a bad guy. My mama gonna tell me today, you know, I seen Terry on Facebook, and he wasn't ugly. He looked good, child. He's still big, but he looked good. I said, Lord, why is y'all still commingling with my ex-husband? But they probably still think it's weird that we not together, because we was together for so long. So they probably still just like, yeah, but yeah, I just fixed my wig. But yeah, he messy as hell. Messy. I don't know how I deal with my mama. It's the weed. Yes. Yeah, she said he's still big, but he looked real good. She said he looked real. He is very attractive. He is just big though. Face card was never an issue. All right. Miss Tina. To be honest, my social security still got his last name on it. So I need to go ahead and change that. We've been divorced since 2022. I be forgetting, man, to change everything back. Once the judge changed it back on the divorce decree, I felt like everybody else just sent me my new stuff. But no, you have to go and change everything. I changed everything else. Just who remembers to change their social security? God damn. My family will divorce people. My ex-husband is the only man for them to divorce, though, because I ain't never bring a man around my family until the one I married. I'm a player. I don't play that. You ain't finna meet my family or none of that. Not my mama or nothing, because my family will take you serious. And if I ain't serious about you, you're not finna meet them. Mm-mm. And my mom don't call him her son-in-law, because she probably feels like that's not my son-in-law. They're divorced. And out of respect for me, but if I were to spin the block, nobody would be upset, and they'd probably be like, good. Despite the fact of what I found out, the reason why I had to end it, they gonna act like that ain't never happened. Like I ain't never tell them why I cannot go back. They gonna act like you. Maybe you just didn't see what you thought, child. So yeah, no. It better not be. Because when I tell her that her ex-husband is still my new stepdaddy, she be ready to throw balls, and he still come around and act like a granddaddy to the grandkids, because he don't have no children or grandkids. So, of course, and he's from Louisiana, so the kids call him Papa Doe. And he come around to all, he show up for everything. They probably couldn't tell you what my daddy name is, they real granddaddy, but my mama's ex-husband, Papa Doe, nah, he come through and he got a coin and they get it. He done put them in his will and everything. So, but she don't like when I mention the fact that her ex-husband still be showing up to family gatherings and stuff. My ex-husband don't. Hers do. She don't like that though. So she better not say no mess like that before I remind her that her ex-husband will probably be here this weekend or something. All right. Off of that, Most High, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Miss Tina Knowles, Celestine, BNC, Knowles, Lawson Knowles. Because it ain't shade if I'm just calling a thing a thing. Miss Tina, the people say that you put woo in your gumbo brew. Spirit, Miss Tina, is that true? Speak to me from your soul and spirit's truth. Keep absolutely nothing hidden from me, not even that you might want to hide from yourself. Miss Tina, why did you decide to come cook gumbo and it's hot? The people in Louisiana say it'll spoil if you cook it and it's hot. I don't know how hot it is in the Texas right now, but I guess because it made sense as a money grab, Texas rodeo gumbo, why not boudin or something like that? Anyways, I don't know what y'all eat in Texas except for steak. I don't know. Whatever y'all eat is bigger. Anyways, Miss Tina, did you do any woo to your gumbo? And if not, what was the reasoning behind the gumbo sale? I mean, I kind of get it, but sure. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. These are the people coming out saying that they had adverse reactions to the gumbo. I don't know if she's perceiving it as like forced negative reviews. Do I think that was woo done on the gumbo? Yes. Can't take my eye off the serpent. So yes. Do I think some people are doing the most just to be contrary? I do. Do I think there may be some people in there that really had negative reactions from it? I do. Do I think the negative reactions are because of the woo? No. Somebody from Louisiana said that it can spoil if it's in the sun. Who's to say how long it had been cooked and sitting, before they allowed her to start serving it? I imagine there was a lot of setup and prep around serving that because she's Tina Knowles. So there had to be a lot of preparations made, security measures, all those things. So who knows where it was stored, how long it was stored, or whatever conditions it was cooked under. Now, when I said yes, I do think it's woo done over it, I'm talking about people who do woo though. And people who do woo, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. If you ask me, have I done woo today? Yes. Will I do it tomorrow? Yes. Am I doing it now? Yes. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. So she could have very well did some incantations over it, but did she put a toad in there and the tongue of a midget baby boy? No. The spit of a swallow? No. Okay. I ain't never made no gumbo, but all this gumbo talk got me real hungry and wanting to try some. And I like to cook, so I just need a good recipe and let me make it. That's what I'm giving, orange juice or Baja Blast. Okay. All right, challenging. 10 of Wands in reverse. It feels like, now I don't want to say this is to help Jay-Z, but it feels like everybody has to work right now. This is also Tina saying, this is also Matthew. Why is Matthew challenging you? You know, as soon as Matthew said, what did she do? The gumbo thing came out. I don't know if it was planned, and that could be why people had such a negative reaction because it might not have been planned. Might have been a really quick decision that was thrown together. You know how they like to address things in the media without outright addressing it, either in appearance, an article will come out, an accolade will be given, a business will be dropped, something like that. This was a really quick, like 1 day thing. In my opinion, this was her response to Matthew saying, what did she do? I think she took that personally. And in fact, I do think she took it personally because after that, was it her or somebody else posted something about what she did, like posting the looks that she put together and all this other stuff. So there was a response. I think she felt away. And in my opinion, I think this was a response to Matthew. Matthew basically was implying that he did it all and she might have helped, but helped him do it all. So I think a 70-year-old Texas woman's response, a 70-year-old rich Texas woman's response would be to launch something so you can show them exactly what I can do. Remember, she's old. Think about how an old lady might try to shade or be petty, especially an old, rich Southern lady. They shade is subtle. I'm a Southern lady. I will be an old, rich Southern lady someday. Let me see. About 25, 30 years, I'll be an old, rich Southern lady. Hope to be the rich before I get old, but that's another story. And right now, y'all can barely keep up when I throw some shade. Only the OGs around here know when to catch my subtle shade. But when you rich, you do stuff like start a business or a quick 1 day pop-up business, making homemade gumbo and feeding the thousands of people and letting them praise you. Oh, Tina. Oh, a teen. A teen. A teen. The gumbo just so good. Oh, Tina. Oh, best ever. And now nobody's questioning what she did, Matthew, because she can cook gumbo. Again, in the past, I think this has to do with Matthew. Matthew taking credit when she felt like it should be shared. And I do think she agrees that he should get more. Oh, no. She feels like it should be equal. But Matthew, the problem is Matthew has gotten the public's ass to kiss, while Tina has worn this blue of innocence. So we've been praising Tina, but in my opinion, she did contribute less than what he did. And he gets everybody's ass to kiss, but he built those girls. So I don't see anything wrong with him saying, why is we talking about her? These are two old people going at it. Near future. Unfortunately, Tina, you guys, or you, by way of your son and his scandals and how they've infected everyone, you can't even turn things around for the clan now. Usually they're used to their old PR tricks, but now everybody's getting ridiculed and nobody's safe except for the kids. So all gloves are off with all of them now, except for the kids. And Tina is seeing that, but also this gives me gossiping and being shady or something. I know Tina has a coven of old lady witches in Hollywood. Not sure. Crowning her. Eight of Cups in reverse. That's the gumbo. In my opinion, there was something missing in her recipe that even she might have acknowledged was missing, but y'all might not have. It's almost like, oop, I forgot to add the such and such, but oh well, dang, oh no. Also, I do think there might have been some incantations or something put over it. I think the coven is having an issue. The old tricks aren't working. The old rituals and things like that, the Jedi mind tricks. This would be the person who said that they got ill and had to go to the ER. In my opinion, it's not because of any witchcraft, but more because of the soup, the gumbo itself. Either an ingredient in there that was not a good, like it made people feel sick, or an ingredient that was missing that might have cut something in there. You got to add some things to balance some things out. But I do think that someone really got sick off of that gumbo. And in my opinion, it was thrown together. Or, now I've heard somebody years ago mention her gumbo, and I think it was Kelly, but she can't be trusted because she been eating their food and acting like she like it all her life to get along with them and stay on their good side. So I wouldn't trust her saying Miss Tina's gumbo was the best. But I do know years ago I heard Kelly or maybe Angie or somebody mention Miss Tina's gumbo. So she been making it, and it's apparently been a thing, at least within their inner circle. In this case, though, mass producing, I don't think she cooked it herself, not all of it. Like, I think she supervised, I think she took over and stirred and took this and stuff like that. But I think she might have had a staff. Either way it goes, I think she's good for making it for her friends and family, but not mass producing. Tower moment currently, what's going on with them? This would be a tower for her probably because she's not used to coming out to be the savior for everybody, the one nobody will touch or anything like that. But this could be a rude awakening for her, but this in the future and this currently, this feels like she's something else is going on, and it just might not be public. A tower moment, that's more drastic than finding out that people don't walk on eggshells around you anymore. Did anything happen with her, with Rock Nation or Live Nation today? Probably that settlement. The settlement, maybe. They could be dealing with the aftermath of it. Could be surprised. If this is a settlement, this is going to be a linchpin. This is going to be the thing that topples them. The case still moving forward. They're going through a tower moment right now. So the empire is crumbling slowly but surely. And it's taking place for Miss Tina. And I'm not reading the rest of them. If I was reading Jay-Z, I'd probably see this somewhere closer. But because she's affiliated, the tower is falling. Whatever they're going through, and I think it has to do with that case and the settlement, that was a sign of the end. however they're dealing with whatever this is, it's the beginning of the end. I've been seeing the tower in reverse for them for a while, and I've been saying they're very strong because they've been able to fight off everything that's come for them. Not even Diddy could hold it off this long. This, though, I'm going to clarify this. If it's the settlement, then that money is going to hurt them. If it's not the settlement, or if it's not the money that's going to hurt them, it's Desiree and Jay-Z. If Desiree used to be on an informant or on the side of the authorities, which made Jay-Z on the side of the authorities, but now you got a new sheriff in town, the both of them would be out of the tower that upholds them. And in my opinion, their power is Desiree's relationships with some federales. Neither one of them have those relationships with the federales on high anymore, or at least not to the point where they can't be touched. So this is being perceived as the beginning of the end, or maybe not even the beginning of it. It ain't the end, but it's falling. And I believe that they recognize that. External to Tina, Three of Wands in reverse. She's a distraction for something. I see the Matthew Knowles situation, but a distraction for something. Probably this Department of Justice situation. And also some pettiness to Matthew because they could have done anything to distract us. But I definitely feel like it didn't go the way that she thought it was and that they planned for it to. I don't know. Something about this makes me feel like they still thought if nobody else can come out and garner some empathy for us, it's Miss Tina. I don't know why they thought that. Hopes and fears. This court situation. Yep. Outcome. Queen of Pentacles. Beyonce. Or this is her making the money from that endeavor, no matter what people say. But that Queen of Pentacles feels like Beyonce. But let me see. Ten of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands could be Nicki, just like this was. And I had the Hermit and Nicki Minaj's external energy. That could have been Beyonce because it's a Virgo card, which would show up as the Queen of Pentacles to Tina because that's her daughter. Queen. Utilizing resources to get out of a bind. The Queen is Nicki. Let me look into this 10. Stay on top. The Devil. Seven of Cups in reverse. Beyonce, you got to come out now. For one, you have to make back all of the money y'all lost. So Beyonce is going to have to restore them from this, in my opinion. And Nicki Minaj is here because they probably wouldn't have that $200 million settlement issue if it wasn't for Nicki Minaj running over there to the Trump administration, getting in bed with them, and telling tangible tea. So this is tea with crumpets. She told them some concrete, real stuff. And that's how they were able to shake down The Rock. Tina is perceiving this as them falling. Nicki Minaj being over there with Trump and telling them something that was actually able to damage them. Tina's looking at it like this is the end. I don't know if y'all see it, but I do. So Beyonce will have to come back and make up that money. She's the only one who can. That Jay-Z done forced them to lose. Behind that 10 and that 5, Jay-Z done got them in a bind with that money. Oh, that's Amazon outside my house. I hope that's my sheets. Okay, Jay-Z and his situation here. That even his protections and bullying friends up on high weren't able to get him out of. Let me look at those friends, because I always wondered. Strength in reverse. JC, I just saw a thing here. Nevertheless, I ain't gonna look in that. What is this, devil? Happy family. Or the entire family. King of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords. So when Jay-Z can't speak, not only the family comes out, posts things, stories, accolades, the media does, but it's a family endeavor. Whenever Jay-Z is going through something negative in the public, his image is publicly tarnished, the family will rush to it. The family, the camp, and everybody up under them. Oh, Fortune in reverse. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. Page of Wands. Nicki. I'm here to look at the Gumbo, but they've got a Nicki, and not just a Nicki, but a Department of Justice issue. Fuck the Gumbo, because that's not in her energy right now. I'd love to see the Gumbo, but there are more pressing matters in her energy that even show up here. The Tower. They definitely tried to keep that quiet. The Jay-Z settlement. But it's out. People know about it. And Jay-Z seems to have shadow friends, meaning elites that even the Department of Justice would typically walk light around. Meaning he'll say a name and they'll instantly know, okay, 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 you know a thing. Jay-Z, though, the problem is, though, Trump serves a bigger purpose to even those people right now. Dire times. Seems like they might have tried to shake y'all down before, or y'all might have tried to get protection from the administration before and it didn't work. The Moon. Nicki told them something that still the public isn't fully, like, we've gotten bits and pieces, but she told them something that, I guess, in details and things like that, things that we wouldn't be privy to. Lost a lot of money, but you still get to look good in the public image. But y'all said the case isn't dropped. It can still go on. Yeah. All right. Near future. 3 of Cups in reverse. The problem is that they're struggling. Typically, Beyonce would be able to come out, announce something, and any negative news around them would go away. But like that was years ago, a couple of years ago. In the past few years, they've continued to have their public image chipped away at. Now we're at the point where like it's a tower. It's not chipped anymore. It's crumbling. So Beyonce could release something and then people would gossip about the fact that she's only releasing it because of the settlement and things like that. People would say, "Oh, Beyonce is dropping this concert back to back to back. Her mama just dropped Gumbo, and the Jay-Z Rock Nation just had to settle with the department. It's a like long gone are the days where the Jedi mind tricks just went unnoticed. Now you'll have equal amount of people calling things out as you will, still supporting. That is what's going on, but nevertheless, Beyonce is a robot, a Virgo robot. And so it doesn't matter if testing the waters and the waters are a little cold. She'll be like, it doesn't matter. I'll come out and people will love it. We'll come out and people will love it. We'll just keep going, keep it moving. So that's that with them. All right, that was a cute little Let's Chat. I was going to do members lives tonight, but to be honest, I have to do ceremony tonight. So I need to reserve some of my energy so I can do this ceremony. And I'm going to go get something to eat. So you guys enjoy. Maybe tomorrow, tomorrow night, I'll come back and do my members lives. We're going to go out to lunch for my sister's birthday and take the kids to a splash pad or something. But by tomorrow evening, I should be back, settled, and we will do members lives tomorrow evening. I won't forget to add you, Sissy, as a matter of fact. I'm going to do it right here on camera. This is cute, JD. That's good. All right. Oh, that's how I have to say your name when I'm on live. I love Sissy's real name. It is so majestic to me. She has a name that gives royal, ancient African queen, and I stan it. And when I want to say it, I have to cover my mouth so I don't out her on live, but it's like it's an honor just to write it down in the book of life. I just stand your name, Sissy. I do. I've only standed my name historically because my name is Adina. I mean, come on. But your name, I adore. All right, everybody, good night. I still owe you guys woo videos. Please just be patient with me. I haven't had a day off, and I haven't gotten more than 5 hours of sleep in 2 weeks. Per night, I mean. I would like to get 6, 7 hours, maybe even 8, but no. Oh, Miss Poetic, I'm so glad that you're still, on a high after we talked to your brother. God bless your brother. Miss Poetic's brother was a victim. He was a victim of a crime. And you guys know I offer free consultations to families of unsolved or unresolved unalivings of family members. And we did one for her. So shout out to you and your loved ones, alive but with a faster vibration. And shout out to everyone else and your loved ones and your ancestors on the other side. It's Friday the 13th. So shout out to the ancestors and the spirits. Shout out to the witches. Good night, my pretty.